Welcome to my unboxing and first look at what Madcatz claims is the most adjustable gaming keyboard ever created, ever. This is the US QWERTY layout one, which makes sense because I'm in North America. It has a built-in OLED screen, and the backlight can be changed to pretty much any color you can imagine. So there's RGB LED lighting behind it, giving you 16 million possible backlight colors, which is very cool. Something we really haven't seen that much. We've seen some keyboards where you can change from between backlight colors, but they'll usually just have a few options. Now we finally have a fully backlit gaming keyboard that can be whatever color you want. So it's customizable. It has color OLED. Okay, so that's for the screen right there. That kind of shows cool stuff about what you're adjusting or whatever else. Command module setup reduces the footprint and provides 21 programmable buttons, 3 profile modes, media keys, and a Windows key lock. So you can actually put the thing together to build what is basically your own kind of Belkin Nostromo type thing, if you guys remember that thing. Okay, just another picture of it. Ah, yes. So here's a little bit more information about what can be displayed on the screen. So the multiple eye gaming apps, the mirror gaming apps, something. Okay, yeah, it's a different language. That's cool. So basically it just shows you what's going on at any given time. So your program launcher right there, see, Battlefield, there's a little launching indicator. Mic volume, countdown timer, stopwatch, clock brightness, and volume can all show up on there. Very cool stuff. So let's go ahead and open it up and we'll be back in a moment. Sorry guys, we were trying to open it and we realized there's more information on the back. So the modular components adapt to your game space and playing style, just like their Rat series mice. Okay, it has a full RGB backlight. Okay, we've talked about that. 21 programmable macro keys in 3 modes. Okay, we talked about that. Height adjustable, active palm rest features, additional thumb wheel and button for even more controls at your fingertips. So that is right there. We'll find that after. iPanel, innovative full color OLED screen, which is there, and pass-through headset, or pass-through for headset and microphone port. So that's very handy as well. So we'll have a look at that once we get this baby opened up. So the whole thing comes out of the box in like kind of a tower like this. The first layer contains the main part of the keyboard where you actually do your typing, you know, because you're writing letters to grandma or whatever else. So this is just your letters and your shifts and your backspaces and your... Oh, that's not bad. They're using a very unique key technology with this keyboard that actually is supposed to feel more like mechanical, even though it is using membrane key switches. And I'd say it is better. There is more tactile feedback, but it's still very quiet, with the only notable exception being the spacebar. The next piece contains your number pad, as well as your delete and insert keys, page up, page down, your arrow keys, and all that stuff that you may or may not have any need for, and you can decide whether you even want to attach it to the main keyboard itself, and we'll cover that later because that's clearly not how to do it. Next, you've got the module that goes up at the top that has the OLED display, as well as your media keys and a bunch of programmable macro keys that you can switch which mode you're using by using the buttons that are probably located on something we haven't seen yet. Cables, which, yeah, again, we'll figure out how all that works in a moment. More cables, which we'll figure out how all that works in a moment. And finally, your wrist rest. Pull that off. Aha! This piece that allows you to switch between the various modes. So you can pick from one of 3 profiles for your macro keys, your manual, an Allen key to put the whole thing together, as well as the screws you need. And finally, 2 more pieces of what will be the wrist rest for the main part of the keyboard. Now you have the option of putting it together with screws, but if you change it around all the time, I guess you don't even have to because everything clips into place. So I'm going to show you guys this configuration before I show you the more standard configuration. So we got it in 2 pieces. So you got your keyboard here, which just has all your standard functionality on it. So there's nothing that exceptional about it except that you can completely adjust the wrist rest for the length of your hands. So you can see I'd be quite uncomfortable like this. However, I can move it in 1 step, or I can move it in 1 more additional step in order to get closer, which is probably where I would end up. Then you've got these, see these interchangeable things right here that you can use to plug it in however you need to. So I've used the cables that I need. However, you can see I have an extra left over. This would be for if I assemble it the other way. You can adjust the height of it just by pulling these down, and it has lots of rubber grippy feet on the bottom, making it so it's not going to slip anywhere, pretty much no matter what you do to it. Now this piece, so I've assembled this using the OLED display. So the way you use this is you can select the functionality using the up and down. You can use the right arrow to activate things. You can use the left arrow to go back, I believe. I can't remember what the left arrow does, but basically these 4 buttons are for functioning the display, and the dial around the top allows you to change whatever's on the display. So if you're using the application launcher, you can change which application you're going to launch. If you're using the volume control, then you can adjust in increments of 5, and then if you want more fine adjustment, then you can use the buttons on the side. Your media controls are here: your play, your stop, your mute, your left, your right, your back, your forward. And then these up here are all programmable keys. Now, I was wrong before. I said that these were for the different profiles. They are not. The profiles are selected up here, 1, 2, and 3. Here's a Windows on and off key, as well as control for the backlight on the keyboard. These guys right here are additional programmable buttons. You can see that they have normal functionality: Control, Shift, Enter, and Backspace, but you don't have to use them that way. This is a rolling wheel, so you can use that with your thumb. This is an additional programmable button, and then all these C buttons rather around here are also programmable. So this is how you can create yourself a little sort of gaming pad, and you can adjust however you want to use it. It's totally up to you. More adjustments here, so you can change the length. Oh, and you can also increase the height of it if you want. So very cool stuff. There's that pass-through for the headphone and microphone ports on the back here, and you can see again how I've assembled it using little wires and cables and whatnot going where it needs to go. So there you go. You can move as far away as you want, so you can use the arrow keys like this, or if you have smaller hands, then you can move it up closer. Whatever you want to do is totally up to you. So we're going to put it together the other way and show you how that works. And we are assembled now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the assembly process. It actually doesn't take that long. This was my first time doing it, so you guys could see I got a little bit confused there for a while. So now this is in position to use your more typical WASD gaming configuration. This has been moved over so that the S.T.R.I.K.E wrist rest is here. Everything is still very adjustable, so you can change everything to your heart's content, and your layout is more like what you'd see on a normal keyboard. So there you have it. I hope you guys have enjoyed my unboxing and first look at the S.T.R.I.K.E from Madcatz. Don't forget to subscribe for Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos. And before we wrap this up, I should say, guys, I'm actually pretty impressed by what they've done with the membrane keys here. Are they mechanical keys? No. But are they your typical membrane keys? No. There is a lot of difference between one membrane key and another. For example, the first generation Logitech G15 had significantly better membrane keys than any further Gen 2, G whatever, anything that's followed it. So there is a huge difference from one membrane keycap to another one, and this one definitely achieves that. I'd love for you guys to post a comment under the video and let me know, what do you think of this whole modular peripheral concept? We've seen it with the Rat series, now we see it with the S.T.R.I.K.E series. What do you guys think?